welcome back to the channel. Today it's just going to be a update video on the work I've done on the workshop, plans for the garage, and trying to sort the metal storage shed. Right, I've got myself a coffee, so let's go outside and look at the shed of doom. So, the regulars of the channel may have seen this shed in the background. It's very old. It's not as old as the main workshop, but it's really old. It's just a galvanised steel corrugated shed, really. It's probably about the size of a double garage width-wise, but the height is offset. I'm not sure what that's called. It used to be covered, covered in ivy. The whole roof you couldn't see. I've got probably 99% of it off now. There's a little bit of a dip in the roof there, which I've bodged up for now. Ignore the old drain pipe that was on the actual workshop. That's going to have to go to recycling. Taking all the actual ivy off. It's still growing back there because I've got a lot of work to do in this area here. You may have seen I mentioned in a previous video where I'm going to try and turn this into like a car wash area. So I've got to clear all this, so that'll be coming up in another video at some point. Some old scrap metal there, some old cast iron gutters as well. They've all got to be got rid of. But structurally, it's not too bad. Let's put my coffee down. Structurally, the actual shed itself isn't too bad. It's coming apart a little bit here and there, but nothing. Some self-tapping screws and some direct-to-rust paint won't cure. But inside is where it gets a little bit scary. It's just full of crap. Yeah, there's some storage in there which is half decent. It's a bit like Monica's cupboard. I just basically shove everything in here. So when I was doing the actual workshop and sorting all that out, this became the dumping ground for everything. Buckets and garden cleaning stuff, etc. So I basically need to sort this out. I need to get to the lawnmower. I need to get to my lawnmower so I can cut the grass, because it's getting to a stage now where it needs trimming. You see in the background there is the white bumper. That's the original Sunny ZX bumper, which I'm going to paint red for when I take the car to the MOT, because then it's higher at the front, so it's not going to catch on the actual car lift or pit or whatever, or the brake testing unit. I'm going to a different garage this time as well. I'm going to take this leaker first, and hopefully they won't damage the front bumper, because the last place I went to destroyed the front bumper on the Sleeker and damaged the one on the Nissan as well in the same place. So I don't want to go back there, really. Yeah, it's nice and local, and there's a little cafe next door. You can sit and have a cup of coffee or whatever while you're waiting for your MOT, but I just don't want to go through all that and have to fix the bumper again. So I've got the engine hoist there, and I've got an engine stand as well back there, which I rebuilt the Nissan engine on, the mountain bike wheels. It's another project we've got to get back to, is fixing the mountain bikes, getting them all painted up. So the thing I have to do first is empty all this out, or make it so I can actually get in and out, and then I can start rearranging stuff. I've also got some ramps here, some really vintage ramps. They were donated to me by a neighbour, kindly. A little bit big and steep for what my cars are, but I'm going to keep them here anyway for any future projects. They might be handy on the car wash bay at some point as well. I thought we could put them in there so I could raise the car up and jet wash underneath the engine or whatever underneath the back end. So that might be something that would be quite handy. But we'll go around the actual rest of the shed and the other shed before we start attempting this. But like I said, it's not bad condition. Just needs a little bit of love and some attention. Get rid of this ivy. This is the pass-through for neighbour's cats. Just pulls off, it's all dead now. Yes, I'd like to clear all this out a bit, maybe put some gravel down, a little bit of drainage. I did some expanding foam on the workshop the other day. This all needs trimming back now. I've got to paint all this actual woodwork, that's not been done yet. So I'm going to have to get some wood primer and some paint, get all that all cleaned up and painted. Got some more pointing to be done, a little bit more to be done here. Not the best bricky or pointer in the world, I'll admit to that, but it does the job. It's done the job, it's going to be okay. Just got a little bit more to sort there. I'll take the long way around. This tree needs trimming as well, this branch, that's all going to have to come off, this one here. These trees have got to come out so I can get a car around. All this detritus, which is what the garden clearance guy came and chopped a tree down, which is over by the workshop, and this is what he left. He just left it here. Didn't take any waste with him, so all that's got to be moved. I'm probably just going to push it that way as far as I can, and then put a fence along here. There's a little deer trail. Now muntjacks come along here when they come for their breakfast. Yeah, these are the two trees I want out really, because they are leaning and are covered in ivy, so I don't know how safe they are. But a lot of this will clear up quite nicely on the floor. Bit of a scrape and a lawnmower, just basically mulch it all. But the ivy is starting to come back again on the back of this metal shed, so that is going to have to come off. It'll look really easy, and then we'll give it a good wire brush and a coat of paint, probably black I think. Black paint will look quite nice on there. Yeah, but a lot of it is just dead crap. Come off. That branch is there. Look at this. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Yeah, so most of the rust is on this side, which is the north side. I guess all the worst weather. There's a few little gaps, but I can close all these up with some self-tappers. Whack them in, and that should pull it all in together, tidy it all up, just basically make it more of a storage shed, a bit tidier and neater and a bit more watertight. Did some more pointing around here, got a lot more to do. Again, it's rough, but it should keep the moisture out. I should really put some lime in it, I think. I might have to get a bag of lime so it breathes a bit easier. So I might do that at some point as well. That's pretty much it for the outside of the actual workshop. Besides the actual painting again under here. Maybe put a bit more expanding foam in there. Might go all the way along. Just keep the old beasties out, especially in winter. Not so bad in summer because they don't seem to bother with the actual inside the workshop in summer. It's just winter when they come in when it's cold. Outside of the garage is going to be painted black again. I'm going to move these flags. Me and Stan are going to put I think it's called a French drain in here, pea shingle drain to keep the water out of the actual garage, and some more gravel on the driveway, of course. This is all future plans. This leak is all sat there all nice and clean. The old flash quick detailer, look really nice on there. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it, you might find it interesting. Door's all splattered with mud again, I washed that the other day. Let's go in the back gate. The signage up. I'm going to paint this side black as well, get a few more signs up, and I'd like to get a vintage petrol pump really, something to stand here, or I was thinking about making one, you know, something ornamental to stand there, and I can move my flowers or whatever somewhere else. But in the actual workshop, it's pretty much done in here now. Thank you to Stan the Man for these beautiful lights. Got the LEDs going around there. You may have seen in another video as well where I painted the wall and I didn't like it. It's actually grown on me. Now I've got the lights up and the signs up. Gives it more of a sort of darker look and you get a little bit of light reflection. Got the shelves up as well, which hides a lot of the actual dark browns. If I just turn those off, you get a really nice sort of ambient look to it. It looks really nice. So I don't mind the brown, so I'm going to touch those little areas in where I've painted the blue. And I think I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to do this wall in the brown. I'm going to keep that cream. I might put a couple of signs up, some guitar signs or something like that. Got rusty electrics to finish. Stan's going to come back and do the sockets. So we've got one there, one behind there. I will probably put another one over here and maybe one over there. They're going to be on the ring main. Maybe put one on the bench there as well. But that's going to be at a later date. But yeah, pretty much okay in here. Those lights are going in the garage. I may put a shelf here and put some more of my detritus on it and my petroleum stuff on it. I'm going to panel this wall in, I think. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see how it is in winter, see if it gets really cold and damp. If it does, then I'm going to panel that in and insulate it. I've got the LEDs to finish as well going round. Then I go over there at the moment. So I did break this one on this side here. Broke it in that corner, which is annoying, but these things happen. If I'm going to panel that wall in anyway, I'll have to move those anyway, so... And they're only cheap. I think I got them from Temu for about £5 or £6, something like that. So I could even get another set if I had to. But yeah, got the guitars all there, looking pretty. I have started aging up some strap parts as well. This is going to be for another future project. I want to do a relic strat at some point. So I've aged these up. These were quite clean and fresh looking. I think I need a little bit more staining and dirt on the actual volume knob, but what I did was use a little bit of Rustin's stain, scuffed it all up first with I think this is a green Scotch Brite, and then put a little bit of stain in and rubbed it off, you know, made it look stained. If his hand's been here and got dirty and whatever, and your plectrum's been scratching it along that area there, a little bit of dirt around the area where your tone and your control knobs are, your volume knob and your main control knob there, your switch knob. So yeah, that's going to be for a future project. I've also aged up a bridge ready for the project as well. It's not an expensive bridge, it's only a very thin one. It's not a big block, it's only a thin sort of bridge. But again, that's something for another project. We'll probably be coming up in another month, and I'll do another video on that at some point as well. I'm really happy with the way the workshop looks. It's just how I wanted it. I'm going to leave this wood. I'm going to put a few more signs and bits and pieces up when all the wiring's finished. I've got to fix the door. That's got to be done. I've got to try and cut this out because this is all rotten away from the woodworm. I don't think there's any woodworm in it now. But this is oak. It's really old. So I may see if I can just chop that piece out, this middle section out, and put another beam in, and then I'll paint the door up, and hopefully that should be it. The flooring, I'm probably just going to get, this is a bit of off-cut lino we got from the bathroom, so I'll probably get some more lino or something to put through there, and maybe another rug or something to go down. It's a bit dirty and dusty now. I haven't had a good sweep and a vacuum for a couple of days, so it looks a bit dusty and messy. Well, let me know what you think of the workshop. If you're new to the channel, you probably don't even know what it used to look like in here. I'll pop a link to the actual playlist of the actual workshop being restored, and you can see how far we've actually come with this workshop, because before the roof was down probably about another 1.5 foot lower, because the roof was actually collapsing. It was all asbestos on this side, so it was all taken off, completely empty, right back to a bare shell, just walls, and then it was all rebuilt, and then I've insulated it and panelled it. Stan's helped me do the wiring. I've put the fake beams in. So it's just a really nice place to work now. I can do my vinyl plotting, my signage work, my guitar building, all in relative warmth and comfort now. I've left my coffee outside. Let's go and get that, and then we'll have a look in the garage. So this is the lovely little garage. Spent many and many hour in here rebuilding this little beastie. So pretty much it's been a home from home for me for the last, I think we've been here in this house now 20 years, and I love it in this little garage really. It's just not how I want it. The workshop to me now is absolutely perfect, just how I want it. A few little tidying up bits, but the general bones of it now are absolutely brilliant. In here, it just needs a little bit of work. Mostly insulation is the biggest thing in here, because I do get quite a lot of damp and condensation in winter, and I hate it, especially when you've got a nice little shiny show car that you want to keep nice and tidy. So what I think I'm going to do is what I've started here is insulate the roof. I'm going to use the plastic there as a membrane. I'm going to put the polystyrene up, same as I did in the workshop. Eventually I will panel it all in with OSB like I did in the workshop, but OSB is ridiculously priced now, so that's going to have to wait again. So I want to get all the polystyrene up first, get it all insulated, and then Stan's going to come in and help me do more lights. So I'm going to take all my banners down and everything. The 621 banner, Turtle Wax, or old finesse banner, the old Hulk foot. If you know what film that's from, drop me a comment. And then banners and things along the wall there and on the roof, and have the new lighting up, because Stan's going to do the lighting like I said before, and then we're going to do the sockets in here as well on the ring as well. So I really like the banner at the back there. I think I'm going to extend it up with some artwork to make it look as if it's more part of the actual wall. That shelf over there's staying, I think. I may move it, I'm not sure yet. I'd like to move it so I've got a bit more room in that corner, because this side, the actual garage, gets a little bit cramped. I may move it, I'm not sure yet. But it all needs sorting, all my cleaning products all need sorting and tidying, because it's been so busy with cleaning jobs and sorting the garage. I just haven't had a chance to actually tidy anything up, so I've got to go through probably one weekend off camera and tidy it all up and get all my things sorted and organised, ready for when we do the wiring. Yeah, that's pretty much it in here, and sorting the leak which comes through that wall there, which we're going to do on the exterior with the French drain, like we said. It's turned into a nice day now. It's pouring with rain this morning. We'll try and sort Monica's cupboard. I'm making a little bit of progress. I can actually get in here now. Why do I keep like offcuts of OSB? Why do I even bother thinking, oh, that might come in handy? Yeah, some bits will be okay. I think I'm thinking about making some sort of racking on here to put the garden tools on. I am running out of time though today, so I think I'm just going to try and bodge it as best I can, really. This bumper's going to come out at some point. I've also got another set of Celica wheels there. I've also got a set of steel wheels for the Nissan, a couple of Nissan wings, bonnet. I've got a bonnet as well, so pretty much a front end for a Nissan here. All my Nissan parts are all in there as well. This is going to have to be sorted. It's not too bad. There's a bit of a hole there, so I've got to get a new panel, I think. I may see if I can just tape that up for now, keep the water as much as I can out, but it's not too bad in here. It needs a bit of work, but yeah, a few gaps need filling. But at least it doesn't get damp in here because the air flow gets around it. There's probably a few mice living in here as well somewhere. I've got a Nissan door there as well. Yeah. So I think I'm going to clear this area now. I think the wood bit's out of the way. It's all going to go straight in the bin. I know you're not supposed to, but it's going in there anyway. Then at least I'll be able to get in and out with a lawnmower. See these old sun lounges as well being eaten by mice, so they're knackered as well, so they'll have to be scrapped. So they're going to have to go out to the bin man at some point. Don't know what the rulings are on things like that. You can just leave them next to the bin, or do you have to actually notify the council and they come and take them away? I'm not sure. Oh, got a nice piece of chipboard there. Yeah, that'll make a nice shelf. I could slice that down and make a nice shelf for the workshop. So I might do that. What a nice piece of plywood down there as well. There's so much stuff I keep and I don't really need to. And lots of bits of wood and things. A couple more seats have also been eaten by mice. So they're going to have to go in the bin. Bits of pallet wood, so it's going to have to go as well. Because I did have about 10 or 15 pallets in here at one point, and so it was really crammed in. So a lot of these offcuts are pallet bits. If we still had an open fire, I could have burnt them, except for the OSB, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep all this area up, get all this OSB up, stick it straight in the bin, and then I think I'm going to have to do it in stages. Put half of it in the bin and then half of it in a couple of weeks, and it's emptied again. At least I can get to the mower now. I've tidied this area here. So we've got Julie's little potting area. So you can do a potting in here now. But yeah, I'm going to make a rack thing. I'm going to move the mountain bike wheels further down. I'm going to make a rack here, I think, probably at the weekend. Just so I can stand all the actual garden tools on there so they're off the floor. Yeah, I've got some steel brake line as well. Bought that by mistake. Somebody wants any steel brake line, just give me a shout, I'll let you have it cheap. Old hose pipe as well, if it's any good anymore. But I do hoard things and I really shouldn't do. Right, okay, I'll carry on. So we can get a bit more organised and I'll catch up with you in a minute. Quite a bit of rubbish to get rid of. I have put some in the bin. But it's better in here now. I've got some space. Yeah, I really need to get everything out, completely reorganise, and have a really good tidy. Because in this cabinet here, it's only, I think it's about a third full with crates, and I really need to get these crates, these storage crates with all my car parts and bits and pieces in there really to keep them all nice and airtight. I did brush off a little bit of the dirt off the plastic, so it's letting some light in. So I think if I get a new piece of that plastic and replace that, I'll make a hell of a difference in here, a lot more light. And then Stan did say, look at the size of that spider, look at that, oh my word. Anyway, Stan did say about we could put a outside light in here and then connect it to the workshop, and then when I want to work in here I can put it on a plug and then just click it on and then be lit up in here in winter. It's not so bad in summer because you get some light, but I really like to get racking all along here, so maybe I could make something out of these old units that I've got, this old wardrobe which is just cram-packed of old Nissan parts, and I think some Celica parts in there as well. So maybe I could make some sort of racking system out of that. Old paint, which is a pain to get rid of. I've got my old inlets there as well, on Nissan inlets. Cam cover. Maybe I could sell those. Get rid of those, don't really need them anymore. I think they're 8-port. Anyway, so really, when I have more time, I think on a probably really good day when it's not been raining, is strip the entire shed out, completely empty it, get some director rust paint on these bits here, pull all this crappy ivy out, see if I can fix some of the timber. Is that woodworm? Might be a bit of woodworm in there as well. Great. Maybe spray that, paint it, get rid of it all. And so I tidy up. I know it's just a metal shed, it's just a storage shed, but I want it to be a little better than it is. Yeah, I could probably move that cabinet over as well. Get a bit more space in this side. Sort some of those wheels out. I want to paint those wheels anyway, and want to so I've got a spare set then painted up, so I might do that as well. If anybody's interested in a video of me painting the wheels again, drop me a comment below. I did do a series on me painting the wheels. I think it's probably one of my first set of videos, but I want to do them slightly different. So if anybody wants to see that, just drop me a comment and I'll see if I can figure something out. I've got the side skirt up here for the Celica. This is the custom one I'm making. I was going to make it out of plastic, but now I'm going to make overskirts to basically attach to the original skirts out of fiberglass. So these will be moulds. So that'll be coming up in another video as well. So that's all storage. So it's not bad. Oh, I'm itching now. Got spider dust and cobwebs and all sorts of crap down the back of my neck. Yeah, so a bit of a half-arsed job really, but not too bad. If there was somewhere getting of old paint. Old paint is the bane of my life. I suppose I could get some cat litter and whack a lot of cat litter in and dry it out. Maybe I could do that. Anyway, right, what I'm going to do now is get the old beast of a lawnmower back in, sweep all this rubbish up, and I think I'll call it a day. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the video here. I really need more time to actually saw that metal shed, and probably I'm going to have to get some sort of shelf units. I'm thinking of moving one of the red ones out of the garage into there and using that for storage. So I keep saying about it getting in the way, etc. So that may be an option. I may do that, but it might get ruined. So I don't know yet. I might even just get some old timber and make one, like I did with the workbench, make something that's, you know, a bit more robust, and I don't really care if it does get damp or whatever. So I may do that in the future. So I know it's been a bit of a misjointed video, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. It's free and it helps the channel out immensely. So don't forget to comment and like the video as well, and I'll see you in the next one.